Hi, I'm Mrs McTaggart and this is video 6 or lesson 6 on the higher maths circle topic. Today we're finding the equation of a tangent to a circle. Alright, we've already done equation of a tangent before to a curve, now we're doing it to a circle. So it's quite similar in a couple of respects, so let's have a look. Okay, for this question then, to find the equation of a tangent, it's essentially to remember that a tangent is just a straight line, okay? So I've got a little picture here, and a picture always helps me with these ones. For all the time it takes to draw a circle and a tangent, the point is where it touches. Sometimes they'll give you the coordinates, sometimes they'll only give you the x part, and you have to plug it back in somewhere to get the y, okay? The gradient, if you know the centre and the point, remember your tangent is always perpendicular to the radius. So you'll get the gradient of the radius, and then you'll use your perpendicular gradient to get the gradient you'll then use into your equation. So here is example 1. We have to show that the point 1, 3 lies on the line. Sorry, I keep saying lies in line. Lies on the circle. So we'll do that first of all. So remember, whenever you've got a coordinate in maths, you have a value of x and y. I feel like I'm always repeating that sentence to myself into my class. So we're going to plug these numbers in. If it lies on the circle, then we should come out with 0 in our answer. So x becomes number 1, so we've got 1 squared plus 3 squared plus 6 times 1 plus 2 times 3, take away 22. So we've got 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6, take away 22. So you've got 10 plus 12 is 22, take away 22, which equals 0. Alright. So you can then say that point 1, 3 satisfies the equation, so it lies on the circle or on the circumference. I can just about fit that in. Okay, so what we have to do is, I've just taken a fresh screen, is we have to find the equation of the tangent. So we know the point A because they told us already. So our point is 1, 3. Now we're going to get our gradient. So we find the gradient from the centre. Oh, we don't have the centre yet, so let's go get the centre. So half of 6 change the sign is negative 3. Half of 2 change the sign is negative 1. And we're finding the gradient from there to there. So this is gradient of the centre to the point A. So 3 minus minus 1 becomes 3 plus 1 over 1 minus minus 3, so 1 plus 3. Please remember you always do y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. And that gives you 4 over 4, which means our gradient is just 1. Now remember, that is the gradient of the radius. We need the gradient that is perpendicular to that, so we need the gradient of the tangent. So the perpendicular gradient will be negative 1. And then we can go get our equation. So it's going to be y minus, remember you're not using the centre, you're using the coordinate A. So it's going to be y minus 3 equals negative 1 bracket x minus 1. Y minus 3 equals, times out that bracket gives you negative x plus 1. And that becomes plus 3. Oops, today my 1 disappeared. Bring that over, you have negative x plus 4. There is your equation of the tangent. That's all it is, right? It's really easily forgotten how to do question, but a little picture helps, okay, to visualise what's going on. Okay, question 4. So I've taken these literally from exam past papers. We're told the point 35 lies on the circle with this equation. We have to find the equation of the tangent to the circle at A. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the centre of this circle. So the centre of the circle will be half of 10 change the sign, so 5. Half of 2 change the sign is minus 1. So this is 5 minus 1. So I'm going to go get the gradient of, let's call that C. I'm going to find the gradient of A to C. So it is going to be, do it whichever way round you want. It's going to be, for me, it's going to be minus 1 minus 5 on the top, and then 5 minus 3 on the bottom, which gives me minus 6 over 2, which gives me minus 3. So that is the gradient of the radius. We need the gradient of the perpendicular to it, because remember your radius is perpendicular to tangent. So that would be positive 1/3. So we have the 3 bits of information we're going to use. We're going to use this gradient, we're going to use this point, and now we can go get the equation of our line. So it's going to be y minus b, so y minus 5 equals 1/3 bracket x minus 3. Cross multiply, 3y minus 15 equals 1 in front of the bracket, doesn't do anything. And then a wee bit more space. And move that 15 over, so I'll have 3y equals x minus 3 plus 15 will give me plus 12. Now, I remember different teachers leave these lines in different formats. Other teachers will make you bring the x over or everything to one side. As long as you have some rearrangement of this with all the correct signs and things, you'll be okay. Okay, let's look at my final example. It's told you that this line is a tangent. It's told you that the point is 2, 5. It's told you the equation of the line. This time we have to find the centre. So I'm going to create a wee bit of space because all my information's on this picture. Now, my first thing is whenever I see an equation of a straight line, not in the right format, I need to change it. So if we rearrange this, this will be 3y equals negative x plus 17. Y would then be negative 1/3 x. And that would be plus 17 over 3, which doesn't really matter to us too much, because we're not going to be using that. Okay, so what we've just found is that the gradient of the line, or the tangent, is minus 1/3. We know that our radius is perpendicular to that, so the gradient of our radius is, remember you flip it and change the sign, so the gradient of our radius is 3. Now, what we have to then do is work out what the centre of the circle is. Now, this is a point where some people might go a little bit of blank and not know how to do this, but there's another bit of information I've not read. It says the centre of the circle lies on the y-axis, right? So if the centre of the circle lies on the y-axis, that means that its coordinate is 0 something. Now, if I've told you my gradient is 3, I need to take you right back to basics. Gradient stands for vertical over horizontal. So a gradient of 3 means that it's always going along 1 up 3. So it's really written as 3 over 1. If I just think of the perpendicular gradient, flip a third, it becomes 3 over 1. So it means that you go down 3 boxes and means you go along 1 box and up 3 every time you move between dots on the line. So I'm going backwards here from a picture. So if I come down 3 and along 1, that takes me to the point 1, 1, 2. Now that's not lying on the y-axis yet, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to come down 3 and along 1, which will bring me to 0, negative 1. Now I was looking for a point that lay on the y-axis, so my actual answer is 0, negative 1. So a wee bit of stepping out came into that one. Alright, a wee sneaky one, but I think that was quite a recent one in a past paper. I hope this has helped. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.